Hey guys, this is a video I would rather not be making, but it's something that needs to get done, so I figured I might as well document it. So if you've seen a recent video or two, or seen some of my posts in the community tab, you know that we had some issues with rodents in the basement. And we tracked it down to there being a nest in this wall, and we found at least one point of entry outside that we've since plugged up. So there's been some evidence of activity outside. Got some expanding foam. I think that's finally been dealt with for now, fingers crossed. But the last thing to deal with is what is behind this cheap paneling in the basement. It stinks. I was hoping the odor would fade away on its own, but the hotter and more humid it is, the worse the smell is, and it's been pretty hot and humid lately, so today things are a bit more tolerable, and I figured it was time to just bite the bullet and take care of it. Here's a closer look at the situation. So this panel was already loose and kind of pulled away, and that's what I meant by they could have been getting in there. That is not what I expected to see, though. I think that's where the little hole down there where they went into the other side of the wall. But I thought there would just be 2x4s behind this, and then the other side of the wall with the same paneling. But that's drywall, I'm pretty sure. And it looks like there's some kind of cement down at the bottom, which is all not at all what I expected. And you can see all along here, I mean, they could have been getting through anywhere and all that. So that's not good, because that probably means the other side of this is drywall, and their nest is probably on the other side of that. I'm not prepared to rip out a whole sheet of drywall. Damn. But I figure at least if I get this out, I can clean up all this debris and spray it down. That's disappointing. Well, that trim and paneling just pulled right off. It's hardly held on by anything. And yeah, that's pretty nasty under there. So we got mold. I'll be just hacking all that out. I'm wearing a mask. I'll be just going right into the garbage. And as for what's down below, well, that's subfloor for the bathroom and for the carpeted area on the other side, which is up. I don't know, I just presumed it was like 2x4s on their side under there. So they might not have been up in the wall, they might have been under the floor all this time. You know, down under there, which, yeah, absolutely cannot get to without tearing up the whole friggin' carpet and bathroom floor and all that. But I can certainly see what's behind here, and if nothing else, I can spray stuff down there. So getting rid of all this, yeah, disgustingness should help. And with the odor, and also I was told that spraying enzymatic type cleanup, like the stuff you use for if your dog pees on the carpeting or something, I'll spray that down here too, which should help with the odor. But yeah, that is pretty freaking nasty. Well, here's where things stand. I'll start with the good, if there's anything good to be said about any of this, and that is that this drywall crumbles really easily. I was able to, with just heavy gloves on my hands, just pull this apart very easily and put it into some heavy trash bags and get it out of here. Disposed of the paneling. Luckily there's a door right into the basement, so I didn't have to carry this stuff up through the living area. So what are we left with? Well, I used the shop vac and sucked up a lot of debris. They used both metal 2x4s and wooden 2x4s. I really hate these steel 2x4s. One, because they rust, and two, wood's just nicer to work with, I think. Yeah. So the wood rots, the metal rusts. I was told by some neighbors that had lived here a while that there used to be an issue with water in the area. Long before we moved in, the city, I think, raised the level of the street, put in new sewer lines, and we've never had an issue with that other than a minor crack in the basement and just a tiny bit of water, but nothing like this. So this must have happened years ago, unless maybe the water heater burst or something and got this wet. At any rate, I mean, all this has to, at some point, all this has to go down to the cement. For now, I'll take out all the drywall from like here down as far back as I need to go. Or it could have been an issue with water leakage in the bathroom, I suppose, too. I've already sprayed down the area with disinfectant. It's a little better. I'll put whatever activated charcoal, baking soda I can around this area after I clean everything out. And, eventually deal with it. I think that nastiness is the back side of the drywall on the other side of the wall. So to really, I'm sure this stuff is not healthy to breathe. To really deal with all of this whole thing has to go. If it wasn't for the bathroom, I would have no trouble because none of these walls are just partitioning the basement. They carry no weight. They don't need to be here. But the bathroom is actually pretty functional, so I don't want to take this wall out. So that's what's been going on. I just wanted to give you a quick update. As soon as this is cleared out and dealt with, I'll try getting back to projects. That's all for now.